get good at throwing jabs. All right, and there's a lot of different ways to set jabs up. We're gonna play with a couple, just getting better, more effective at using your jab. By and large, jabs aren't fight finishers, okay? But they can lead to fight finishers, all right? The better I am at setting them up, the more likely I am to be able to follow it up with something that matters, all right? So the first one, I learned it as an elevator jab. And basically what's happening is I'm trying to lull Joe into a false sense of security by gradually getting him to bring his hands a little lower, a little lower, a little lower. We're gonna do this in like a 10-second series, but this is gonna be developed over rounds, okay? It's gonna take time. Round 1, round 2, round 3, I'm slowly getting him comfortable like this, okay? So I'm gonna throw 2 jabs to Joe's forehead. I'm gonna throw 2 to his chin. And then I'm gonna throw 2 to his chest. And then I'm gonna go back to his face, okay? Slow, slow, slow. It's 2 to the forehead, 2 to the chin, 2 to the chest, and then come back to the face, okay? Again, this is gonna happen over 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, to where he's slowly just getting comfortable with, I started my jabs high, and then about halfway through round 2, all of a sudden my jabs are going to his chest, and he's starting to get more comfortable letting his hands be here as opposed to here. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna do this in a very quick series. I understand it develops over a lot of time, okay? So 2 to the forehead, 1, 2, 2 to the chin, 1, 2 to the chest, 1, 2, and then right back to the face, okay? Move around. It's not 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Don't do that. Move. Okay? And then just switch after every series. It's going to be like up to you to recognize that, okay, well, they're now comfortable. Because you'll hear people all the time, well, keep your hands up. Well, hands up is relative. This is hands up compared to this. Right? For me, hands up is like thumbs to eyebrows. Like this is hands up, okay? But as people get comfortable with this, hands up still feels and seems like hands up. That's why corners are important, because this is not hands up. All right, but this is time and place, right? If I'm trying to draw them in, blow them in. But if they're doing that to me, I may need somebody on the outside to remind me, look, this is not hands up, okay? I'm getting comfortable here, it's not good, okay? If he's close enough to touch me, I should be hands up and back, right? Out here, it doesn't matter. All right, so the next one, and again, I'm gonna set this up in a series of 3, but it's gonna take time. I'm gonna throw the first 2 with palm to the floor, like this. So I'm gonna make my glove as wide as I can. Now what I'm trying to do is to get him to where he feels like he can just parry my punch with a very, very small movement, okay? So I'm gonna throw 1, I'm gonna throw 2, and then the third one, I'm gonna go thumb up, so I make my glove narrow. Okay? So first 2, the glove is as wide as I can get it. The last one, the glove is as narrow as I can get it. And I'm just trying to go from him shutting my jabs down like this, these little small movements, to all of a sudden, he needed an extra couple of inches to really pair it because I went from this to this. Okay, and it's a lot more obvious on like 14s or 16s, the difference between this or this. Okay, these bag gloves is not quite as big of a difference. Big gloves is a pretty big difference. All right, so you're gonna throw 1, palm to the floor, 2, palm to the floor, 3, thumb to the ceiling. Make sense? Yep. And then just switch. 3. Woo! So I'm gonna go jab high, jab low. Mm-hmm. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, just a little bit of a level change, but I'm still going to the head. Okay, now look, attributes will matter here. If there's a big difference in size between you and your partner, this one will not be there. If you do a little bit of a level change, you're gonna have a hard time reaching their face. Okay, but if you're pretty close to the same height, I'm doing a little bit of a level change on that last one, but I'm leaving my jab here. Okay, instead of going back to here. So I'm going jab high, jab low, jab high, jab low, jab high, level change, but then I still send the jab to the head. Again, is this gonna finish the fight? No, that's not the goal, okay? I'm just trying to get him out of his structure a little bit. Keep him guessing, okay? Questions?
If there is a size discrepancy, is this a case of just adjust and get closer, or
You would
don't
just,
even try this?
Yeah, it's not gonna be there.
Okay.
I would do something else.
Okay.
Okay? Other questions? So again, run that series and switch. All right, running a series of 3. The first 2 are the setups. The last one is the payoff. Okay? 1, 3. Okay, and a lot of times it's tricking them. Fakes and feints and setups. So 1, 2, intentionally going thumb down. 1, 2, and then the last one, 1, 2. Okay? Should be like the pinky side of my glove coming up under the chin like this. Right? If nothing else, it'll just piss them off. Okay? Which, that's good sometimes. Okay? Because people that get angry tend to make mistakes. They get out of their structure. Okay? Whatever I can do to make him a little bit more emotional, he's less logical. As long as I can maintain that. Right? I can't let his inability to keep his emotions intact affect mine. Alright? So even if it doesn't like do much damage, and it won't, but it might piss him off, it might annoy him enough. Whereas if I'm constantly just in here like this, and I keep catching him with something like that, and now he starts getting open and wild and whatever because he's just pissed and he just wants to get me back. That's a good thing. Alright? As long as you don't let that affect you. Alright? 1 to the head, 1 to the body, thumb down. Third one, here. 3. It's not just the jab, and we're gonna use jab cross 1, 2, but it's the jab that's the catalyst for the payoff. I got this one many years ago from Eric Paulson, and he actually posted a video not too long ago, an old video that reminded me of it. So it's really good. The setup is just gonna be jab cross. Okay, so just 1, 2, bah, bah. 1, 2, bah, bah. 1, 2. Okay, so the first jab cross is just like you would normally throw your jab cross, just 1, 2, 1, 2. The third, when I throw the jab, I'm gonna leave it out there and I'm gonna lean on it. Get him back on his heels a little bit. Here. And then the cross I'm stepping through with. Okay, and I'm throwing these to his chest. They would not be, right? So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Questions?
For the purpose of the drill, we're aiming for the chest, not the third one?
I will leave that to you and your partner. Everybody knows what's coming now, so I will leave that to you and your partner. All right? Sure. This is the last one, the third, okay? A step. Look, if I push him with this jab and then I go to throw the cross and I don't step, he's not there. I just moved him. Okay, I got to walk him down. So when I throw that final right hand, I'm stepping through with it. Okay? Not everybody is stepping. It's not going to be there. All right, so 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So, just the last part. That's it. Push, step. Push, step. That's it. Just do that part. Okay?
Yes.
I mean, if you'd done it like I showed you the first 17 times, we wouldn't be here now. Okay? This Post Alone, not Post Malone, Post Alone. That's a different thing. A lot of times, this person will do the work for me because this becomes frustrating for them. To where if I'm just posting and pushing and Joe gets annoyed with that and he tries to move that out of the way, he opens himself up just because this becomes annoying. Right? I'm just here and I'm just kind of like this. I'm just kind of constantly just and I'm looking for that. That's all I need. As soon as he moves my glove off of his chest, there's my shot. Okay? So it doesn't have to be exactly the way we prescribed it. And then also it may be that I do that for him. Right? Maybe I'm in here and I push and in here and I push. I go to push. Instead of pushing, I clear that glove. Okay? All that said, we're going to stay with the same drill we just did. Let's go this way. So, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
There we go.
Or go to the liver, or even the leg here. This is a good place to go to the liver, honestly, because I just loaded that side and I've overloaded the high line. Liver is probably open. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Questions? That last one should be post, step. If you're too close, go knee instead. Just be careful.